What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 NFL players that are poised to break out in 2025. This video was made by TPS, so make sure you go check him out. He's a great content creator, and I'm going to be critiquing this a little bit, because I have my players that I believe that's going to break out. With that being said, though, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and let's get into the video.
2024 class of NFL breakout players include Jaden Daniels, Malik Nabers, Trey McBride, Bo Nix, Nick Bonito, and Xavier McKinney, just to name a handful. So, who's ready to join the upper echelon next? Well, let's dive into 10 NFL players who are poised to break out as superstars here in 2025.
Here we go.
Caleb Williams.
Alright, so the first name he's got on here is Caleb Williams. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everybody's pretty much number one, at least. I mean, Caleb Williams had a pretty good rookie year, but he was held back by a pretty bad team and a bad head coach. I think this year he's gonna pop off, and I believe he's gonna throw for at least 4,000 yards and I'd say 30 touchdowns. So.
The first overall pick of 2024 had a very good rookie year, despite the circumstances in Chicago. You know, the league's worst defensive line that allowed 68 sacks on him, and a dead man walking head coach, Matt Eberflus.
68 sacks is crazy. Imagine being a rookie, thrown into the fire, and you get sacked 68 times. And then you have this fraud who's our defense coordinator now, but he's going to be a good defense coordinator, but still.
Yet, despite all of that, Williams completed 3,541 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions to go along with 489 rushing yards. Well, the circumstances call for an even better campaign in year 2. Consider this. The Bears hired former Detroit Lions offensive coordinator.
That right there is amazing. They hired Ben Johnson as their head coach, and he is going to really be a good head coach for Caleb Williams, and that's going to help Caleb Williams' development. So, I love that hire.
And as you may or may not know, the Lions had a top 5 scoring offense each year under Johnson, who revived Jared Goff's career while turning the likes of Sam Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown into absolute superstars. Chicago's O-line was bolstered by the marquee additions of Joe Thuney, Drew Dahlman, and Jonah Jackson. So there's the...
You beefed up that O-line pretty good in the free agency and in the draft. I think your offensive line is going to be 100 times better this year.
O-line upgrade that Williams needed. The Bears used their first 2 draft picks on tight end Colson Loveland and wide receiver Luther Burden III, giving Williams 2 more weapons to complement DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and DeAndre Swift, as well as Cole Kmet. The qualified offensive-minded head coach? Check. A rebuilt offensive line? Check. A ridiculous set of weapons to help him go off? Oh yeah, check, and check. This all points towards a monster sophomore season for Williams. Nothing is holding him back from reaching that next level. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, dang ad.
Just sign up for Microsoft Rewards, then labeled as...
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr., another top one that I think could be really good this year. Another one that really didn't have a bad year. He had like 800 yards receiving, about 8 touchdowns. He did pretty good for the circumstances that he was given last year. But now I think he's on a better team, and I think he's going to be poised to at least go for over 1,000 yards this year.
A generational wide receiver prospect, Harrison Jr. didn't quite have the monster rookie year most people had expected in 2024. But you know you're a pretty big deal with a stat line of 62 catches, 885 yards.
62 catches, 885, and 8 touchdowns is not a bad year by any means. Alright, guys.
But 8 touchdowns for a rookie is considered disappointing. Those are eerily similar numbers to what his old man, Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison Sr. put up as a rookie in 1996. 64 catches for 800.
Hot take, he's going to be better than his father. I honestly believe he'll be better than Marvin Harrison.
36 yards and 8
I said it.
And, we'd say that
I think
Harrison
from this year,
honestly,
he's going to be better.
stalling Harrison Jr.'s breakout year was, well, the breakout year of third-year tight end Trey McBride. Kyler Murray just got too comfortable making easy throws to his safety blanket as the season progressed. But that doesn't mean Harrison Jr. will fail to meet expectations again in year 2. Not every great wide receiver can light it up as a rookie right away. Harrison Jr. faced the most attention from opposing defenses and needed time to learn the Arizona Cardinals' complex playbook that leans heavily heavily on the running game. Harrison Jr. is just way too talented and explosive to put up number 2 receiver numbers in
I agree.
2025. With a full year of NFL experience under his belt, Harrison will become the focal point of the Cardinals' offense in 2025 and join the upper echelon of NFL wide receivers. Thank God. Bryce Young. After 2 offense starts to begin.
So now they got Bryce Young, another one that's pretty obvious. I think Bryce Young will have a pretty good year this year. I think he'll throw around close to 4,000 yards, maybe 3,700 yards or something like that. And I'll say about 25 touchdowns. I think he'll have a good year. And now because he's got the pieces, you got McMillan, you got Thielen over there, you got Xavier Legette, who I think is going to be really good. And your defense got better as well. J.C. Horn's over there. He's got the pieces. And I think he's got a good head coach too, in Dave Canales. I think he'll be pretty good.
2024, Young was benched in favor of veteran Andy Dalton. The latter played well enough to.
That was the best thing to ever happen to Bryce Young. If Bryce Young would have never got benched, he probably would have been a bust. He needed that to get something up his ass, to get fire up his ass, and he did. That was a great move by Carolina.
Relief to maintain the starting job until he was sidelined after suffering a thumb injury in a car accident. So Young was thrown back into the starting role. Only this time, he finally showed some improvement and looked like a starting caliber quarterback. Over his final 8 games, Young threw 12 touchdowns against only 3 interceptions. He led the Panthers to 3 overtime wins, and they just barely fell to the Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a trio of one-score games there. The point is, the Panthers went from dreadful and unwatchable to a young and enjoyable underdog once Young took back the reins. It took longer than Carolina wanted, but hey, looks like the number 1 pick of 2000.
Do we think Carolina makes the playoffs this year? I mean, it's not out of the question. They're in a tough. They're not in a tough division. You got Atlanta over there. I think they're better than Atlanta, to be honest with you. And all they got to do is fight for Tampa Bay, which I think Tampa Bay wins the division. But don't rule out Carolina. They could make some noise in the NFC South.
2023 has finally figured it out, and he did that without an established number 1 receiver too. But that should change in 2025. The Panthers used their first-round pick on big-bodied wide receiver Tedoroa McMillan, who should immediately emerge as Young's go-to guy.
That's a great acquisition to get him. Draft Tech McMillan. That was the pick there. He reminds me of Mike Evans, if I'm being honest with you.
2024 first-round pick Xavier Legette should improve after
He's gonna be good too.
And the Panthers signed former Dallas Cowboys running back Rico Dotto, coming off.
Not to mention they got Rico Dowdle too, who is a good running back. Trust me, I'm a Cowboys fan. I know how good Rico Dowdle is. We should have never let him go. And he's a good running back, and they're gonna get something out of him. They got Chuba Hubbard, they got Rico. They're gonna have an underrated running back.
An improved supporting cast, grown confidence, and a full season of experience in Dave Canales' offense shall lead to Young reminding everybody why he was the first overall pick 2 years ago. You can breathe easy, Carolina fans. The trade was not a failure. Christian Gonzalez. Gonzalez played like an all-pro corner.
I don't know about that one. I think Christian Gonzalez broke out last year. Christian Gonzalez had a phenomenal year last year. Christian Gonzalez is not poised for a breakout year because he already broke out. He's one of the top corners in the league. I don't agree with that one at all. I'm sorry.
Fortunately, Gonzalez was healthy in his sophomore year and showed the Patriots what he could become in an otherwise forgettable season under one-and-done head coach Jared Mayer. Gonzalez had 2 interceptions and 11 pass breakups while allowing a passer rating of just 71.7 when targeted per Pro Football Reference, and route to second-team All-Pro honors. The number 17 pick of 2023 was Pro Football Focus's number 21 graded quarterback at 76.0, and only 16 corners topped his coverage grade of 78.2. Gonzalez did this with very little support on a Patriots defense that finished 22nd in scoring defense a year ago. But that all changes under new head coach Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel's going to change that team for the better, man. That defense is going to be insane. Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez as cornerback duo. Woo.
Thanks largely to de facto GM Elliott Wolf's free agency shopping spree. Wolf bolstered the front 7 by signing Super Bowl 59 hero Milton Williams and ex-Tennessee Titans star Harry.
That's an underrated signing of Milton Williams as well. He's a good player.
He also brought in ball-hawking specialist Carlton Davis III to serve as the number 2 corner behind Gonzalez, putting less strain on the ladder to hold down the fort all by himself. Gonzalez showed signs of superstardom in his brief rookie year.
The pressure's not gonna be on Christian Gonzalez like it was last year, and that could mean an even better year for Christian Gonzalez.
Very good in year 2. Now year 3.
He could be a top 2. He could probably be the best corner after this year.
Where he makes that jump to superstar and puts himself in the conversation for the league's best shutdown corner, Jared Verse. Thankfully,
he broke out last year. Well, I mean, he had a pretty good year, but I think his breakout season was last year in his rookie year. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Awards voters didn't look at Verse's final stat line. 4.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles.
Breakout should mean people that nobody really talks about, but then they showcase what they can do. Jared Verse showcased what he can do last year.
Those in a pair of pass breakups wouldn't normally scream worthy of Defensive Rookie of the Year honors.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was probably one of the worst Defensive Rookie of the Years because there's nobody really competing. I mean, he didn't really have the greatest year as a defensive rookie, but he still had a good year.
Verse was ranked as PFF's 9th best edge rusher with a 2024 grade of 86.2. He finished 14th at ESPN's pass rush win rate for edge defenders. Explosive play in the trenches just opened up the holes for teammates Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner, and Byron Young to rack up the sacks. Those 3 combined for 24 sacks in 2024. Now we're waiting to see what Verse can do for him on the court.
Verse is a great player, but Braden Fisk is also a really underrated player who had just about as good of a year as Jared Verse did last year.
With Fisk, Turner, and Young commanding attention, Verse will get more favorable one-on-one matchups and finally pad those stats even further. 15-plus sacks is not out of the question for Verse after a superb rookie year. Keon Coleman. The Buffalo Bills didn't...
Alright, bro. I'm going to just say this right now. I don't think Keon Coleman is going to be that good. Did he show flashes last year? Sure. But I don't believe Keon Coleman is going to be any good. Something about him, man. I don't feel like it. He had through the beginning of the year, he had a pretty horrible start. And then at the end, he kind of got a little bit better, but I don't trust Keon Coleman to save my life.
They have a true number 1 receiver in 2024, having traded away Mercurial All-Pro Stephon Diggs to the Houston Texans. Well, that ought to change in 2025. The midseason trade for Amari Cooper didn't elevate the offense as expected, and injuries to Coleman and tight end Dalton Kincaid really didn't help either. And yet, Josh Allen still had a career year that led to
That's why he was the MVP.
him winning his first MVP award. Well, the opportunity is now here for Coleman to assert himself as Buffalo's new receiver. Cooper and Mac Hollins both left in free agency, and Coleman has the highest upside among Buffalo's current pass catchers. Coleman caught 29 passes for 556 yards and 4 touchdowns last year, despite missing 4 games. With an expanded role on the horizon, and with Cooper and Hollins gone, Buffalo's 2024 second-round pick has a clear-cut path to breaking out and emerging as Allen's new number 1.
If Keon Coleman breaks out and has over 1,000 yards receiving, I'll do whatever the top comment says.
Terrion Arnold. Arnold was the consensus top cornerback.
Yeah, I could see that. Terrion Arnold, I could really see that. He had a pretty good rookie year, if I'm being honest with you.
2024 NFL draft. But the Philadelphia Eagles made Toledo's Quinion Mitchell the first corner taken at number 22 overall. But 2 spots later, the Lions drafted Arnold. Everything about Arnold's rookie year was...
He's gonna be great because Carlton Davis ain't there anymore, and he's gonna be the number 1. So
kinda underwhelming.
they have the attention on him now.
To put it mildly. According to Pro Football Reference, he allowed for 660 yards when targeted for 4 touchdowns and a passer rating of 93.7. His 51.5 PFF grade placed Arnold 179th among all corners too, with a brutal 50.4 coverage grade. But most NFL cornerbacks endure growing pains in their rookie seasons, so let's not be too hard on Arnold. And of course,
Yeah, like I said, he had a pretty solid. He didn't have a great year.
let's not forget how much their defense was ravaged by injuries in the second half of the season.
I'm sorry for pausing this a lot, but yeah, Lions should have made the Super Bowl last year. It was their time, but injuries played a part into why they failed. And also Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's an idiot.
Arnold's high football IQ and skill set will lead to a much improved 2025 sophomore year. Also, they signed ex-New York Jets standout corner DJ Reed to bolster the secondary. So
I forgot they signed DJ Reed, so I guess he's not going to be the number 1 corner. I would assume DJ Reed would be the number 1 corner over there.
that'll take some of the pressure off of Arnold, like Marvin Harrison Jr., or just far too high on the talent for Arnold to have another underwhelming rookie year. Hey, it is now breakout time, kid. Don't disappoint. Michael Penix Jr.
Honestly, I don't know how to feel about this man. through his couple of starts last year, he had an okay rookie year. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. He had an okay rookie year, but I don't really know what to expect from him. He could be bad, he could be good, he could be in the middle. But I guess we'll have to see when the season gets here.
Falcons benched $180 million man Kirk Cousins in favor of the Washington rookie after an ice-cold November. Now, Penix Jr. didn't exactly light it up in relief of Cousins, but the Falcons averaged 32 points per game in his 3 starts, and his 2 losses were overtime defeats, so at least Atlanta was competitive with Penix under center. Quite frankly, there is just no reason for Penix Jr. not to break out in 2025. He has a top 5 offensive line in front of him and a ridiculous
Offensive line is one of the best in football, and he's got Drake London, and hopefully he can get the ball to Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts can actually do something.
weapons. A pair of 1,000-yard receivers in Drake London and Darnell Mooney, tight end Kyle Pitts, and rising superstar running back.
And he's got a run game to lean on in Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. The Atlanta defense improved in year 1 under head coach Raheem Moore.
This dude right here, though, buns.
And should be even better after they used a pair of first-round picks in Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. So Penix isn't exactly being asked to score 30-plus points a game for Atlanta to win. Penix flashed his potential in a small 3-game sample size last season. He knows he's the starter in 2025. So that confidence and last season's experience will elevate to a breakout year. And oh boy, his elite supporting cast will make sure of it. Ashton Jeanty, as most mock drafts projected.
Sure. I wouldn't. I mean, I pretty much. I think he's gonna be good. And plus, they're gonna have to lean on the run game a lot. I don't trust Geno Smith, so. Well, he is a rookie, so I don't know how much you would want to trust a rookie to lead your team. But I think Ashton Jeanty would be a great player. I think he will be over 1,000 yards rushing this year. I agree with that.
The Las Vegas Raiders used the number 6 pick on the Boise State running back. I mean, yeah, the match just made far too much sense to not happen. The 2024 Heisman Trophy runner-up had a ridiculous...
I seen a report that if the Raiders didn't draft Ashton Jeanty, that the GM's son would disown his dad or something like that. I don't know what it was. Correct me in the comment section. But I heard something that the GM's son said that if his dad does not draft Ashton Jeanty, that he will disown his dad or something like that. I forget what it was.
Rushing for 2,601
It's pretty
yards
funny.
and 29 touchdowns. There's a reason that he too is labeled as a generational prospect at his position, folks. We're of the belief that Jeanty will perform like a superstar anywhere as a rookie. But the Raiders, led by new head coach Pete Carroll, are sure to run the
He should have been a Cowboy.
ball up plenty and make him a bell cow running back. You know, similar to Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, or prime Todd Gurley. Opposing defenses can't just stack the box on Jeanty either. Geno Smith and Brock Bowers, coming off their best rookie tight end season ever, will keep those defenses honest. And that will open up holes for Jeanty to exploit, both as a runner and pass catcher. Fans will understand the hype quickly because Jeanty is going to have a rookie season for the ages. Travis Hunter.
I love how you just putting all the rookies on here. But yeah, I think Travis Hunter could be good. I don't think he's going to be good on both sides of the ball. I think that's ridiculous. I think he's going to have to choose a position, either receiver or cornerback. And I think that, I don't know, I think he should be a receiver because they get paid more.
One player from the 2025 NFL draft class sure to break out right away, it's got to be the Heisman Trophy.
If Trevor Lawrence does not have at least 4,000 yards passing and 30 touchdowns, he's a bust.
Right? This once-in-a-lifetime football player dazzled on both sides of the ball for Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes. As a receiver, Hunter caught 96 passes for 1,258 yards and 15 touchdowns. As a corner, he had 11 pass breakups and 4 interceptions. The Jacksonville Jaguars gave up a monster haul to the Cleveland Browns so they could move up from number 5 to take Hunter second overall.
Cleveland is just stupid. They're stupid. Why would you trade that pick and get Mason Graham? Now, granted, Mason Graham's going to be a good player, but this is a generational prospect right here, bro. And you want to trade down, give Travis Hunter up to take Mason Graham? It doesn't make sense, bro.
Boy, oh boy, does Hunter
Doesn't
sure
make
produce
sense.
early and often. In an offense engineered by Trevor Lawrence, Hunter will form a scary good receiving tandem with Ryan Thomas Jr. the best rookie receiver of 2024.
That's gonna be scary.
And on defense, he'll line up beside the underrated Tyson Campbell and free agent pickup Jordan Lewis. But it's really the offense we're most excited about.
I will never forgive the Jacksonville Jaguars for stealing Jordan Lewis from us.
Hunter's speed, physicality, and IQ will make him a nightmare to cover as a receiver. And with Thomas likely to draw the opposition's top quarterback more often than not, Hunter will get plenty of favorable matchups to exploit. Time for the Jaguars to become relevant again with Hunter leading the way. But which other NFL players are poised to break out as stars in 2025? Are there any notable names that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video,
Let's see, any other names that you missed? I think that I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't think of anybody at the top of my head that really can break out. I mean, Justin Fields is a name that could break out. He could have been on this list because I think he could have a really good year with the New York Jets. I think Garrett Wilson with Justin Fields now could break out. I think that just a couple other people that could break out. But let me know what you think in the comment section below of who you think could break out in 2025. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe for daily uploads, and I'll catch y'all guys in the next one. Peace.